You do the same thing with the kings. Take them off, put them back, count them. Turn them over, back on the bottom. The action changes with the queens, but the rhythm is the same. You take off the queens and show them, but you put them back, flipping them face down, and as you square them up, you take a break. And now you count 4, taking 4 together at the beginning, but your hand is in motion, and letting the cards that you take afterwards spread over the block of queens. And you explain that these are the 4 wicked ladies, place them back, and thanks to that overlapping card that you put in the front, take them off, lay them on the table. We just got 3 cards here, actual position shown there. 4 queens, 1 jack, 4 kings. But the men were worried about the safety of the boys. You fan out the kings and let 1 jack be seen, but you turn these over in your hand face down. You take them out, one at a time, just slip them out and place them face down between the kings. Fairly low down, not right out here, but in. Now, we've got a double at the end, and there are 2 ways you can do it. What I like to do is to pull it down, and now it swivels against the little finger here. It's still a double, but it's kept under pretty good control, and you place it at the front. An alternative to that is when you're at that position, just take these and shift them backwards. Square up, and at this point, you can show the face. Square completely. Talk about the problems of the eyes of the ladies catching the eyes of the men. Palm off the bottom card as you are talking. Pick up the queens. They walk up the street. They walk down the street. The trick is over from your point of view. Show the kings. Show the queens between. Turn over. There are the 4 boys, wondering what had happened. But I think Di Vernon's main impact wasn't so much in his material, it was in his enthusiasm, which was so infectious, and his fund of stories and interest. And it was Percy Diaconis who said this to me, but when Di Vernon was in New York, then New York was the center of card magic in the States. When he moved to the West Coast became the center of card magic in the States. When he moved over to England, well, he didn't move over, but he was for a long time in England, that's when we had a great surge in the creativity of the magicians, the card magicians, all around England. Because a genius and the cause of genius in others, he spread it around. Now, this trick is a demonstration of poker. I'm not really a poker player myself, but it would be wonderful if you could force people to have the hand that you wanted them to have by the power of your mind. So this is what we're going to try to do. A game of poker, just 2 hands, but I'll let you choose which cards you have on your hands. But I shall influence this by the power of my mind and a little good luck, and if the wind's in the right direction. Right, I've got a few cards here. You'll see them all at the end, but I'm not going to let you see them yet. So, first of all, would you like to choose one of these cards?
I'll take this one.
That one. Now, you can change your mind if you want. That's the one you want?
No, I'll take this one.
Right. Okay. You can change your mind again if you want.
Keep this one.
Right. See how you're doing. You didn't want this one.
No.
You're happy with an ace.
Right.
I don't blame you. Right. Well, we'll try it again. You like to choose which will be the next card in your hand.
I'll take this one.
Right. And we got another ace. I'm not sure I like the way this is going. Would you like to choose one of them?
I've got this one here.
You'll have that one. Another ace. We'll keep hoping. Would you like to choose one? That one. Well, at any rate, it's not another ace. One more card needed to complete the hand. So, who'd like to choose that one? You can,
Okay.
right?
I'll take that one.
Right, you don't want this one. You want that one. Again, you can change your mind.
I'll change my mind. I'll take that one.
Right, you'll take that one, and you don't want this
I don't
one.
want that one.
Right. And we'll see how you've done. Well, full house aces on kings is not bad. But these are the cards you decided not to choose. Ace of spades, king of spades, queen of spades, jack of spades, 10 of spades. Now, this is really an example of how to do a bad bottom deal. It doesn't honestly matter whether you do a good one or a bad one. They're just not going to look at your hands in this trick. You start with this setup. Royal flush, I like to have it 10 to ace at the face of the packet. Above those, the remaining 3 kings, the remaining 3 aces. The order of those doesn't matter. They can be in any order. Okay. Now, you offer cards. The more people join in, the better. You put 2 cards down on the table. Somebody chooses a card. You can make a thing about letting them change their mind if they like. It doesn't matter. Both of those are from the aces and kings packet. They choose one, let it suppose it's this. You emphasize you don't want this one, and a bit deliberately you drop the packet on those so that everybody takes in that the discarded card is the rejected card is now at the bottom. So you can turn this up. And people's eyes are going to stay on that hand building up from now on. Back in the hand, and now you do a bottom deal and a top deal. So at the next 2 cards you are re-offering the rejected card from the previous pair. They choose either, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I turn this face up first and then drop these on the rejected card, sometimes the other way round. I don't know which is better, it's how I'm feeling. Another pair. They choose one. They get a king. Rejected card. Another pair. On the whole, I think I prefer to do the bottom deal on the first card. They choose one. 2 pair. Now the last one. You'll handle this a little bit differently. Not in the choice. Again, a bottom deal and a top deal. They choose one. You pick the other one up, and you offer them the choice. If they take the choice of changing their mind, then change around and pick the other one up. But this time, you put this one back on top. You pick it up as an excuse for not going through the dropping down action yet again. Turn up this last card. And now, this is what you've got. These cards have not been offered. This one is the reject from your stack of 6. So, I just count them down. I like to stagger them a bit. They show up better. And with the 10, scoop up at the back so that you can be nice and square and cover any double card showing. Do you reckon you're fairly lucky at cards? Sometimes. Well, I'd just like to try an experiment. Would you cut that packet back into 4 packets? About equal, doesn't matter exactly. Right, and we'll see how you've done. I'll move them over like this. Now, what cards you've chosen, you'll really decide it by chance. But you started off fairly well, but there's a pretty good chance of getting an ace. Actually, there's not such a good chance of getting 2 aces. Do you work at Vegas? Or
No.
You don't?
I wish I did.
I'm getting suspicious of you. This is another example of what I call how to get away with a bad bottom deal.